Okay, so I guess what I'll try to talk about is, well, sort of changes in terms of like attraction. I think is probably the best way to go about this. Um, so for the longest time, I haven't really ever experienced physical attraction. Like I don't know, man, woman, whatever's never really kind of floated my boat. Like in terms of women, I've always kind of looked at them as more of like the I wish I had that kind of body. I'm not really like, hey, hey. Oh God. Um. So yeah. Like I don't know. There's never been sort of like that. Oh, a hot, beautiful body or whatever. That's sort of like the stereotype cliche in terms of being physically attracted to women. Um. By the same degree, I've never felt that way about a man's body. In terms like muscular or not muscular doesn't really do anything for me. About like the only thing that's really been sort of consistent has been not a fan of body hair. Like facial hair is kind of indifferent. Um, I don't know. Like the prickliness of a beard has been kind of fun, and like the smoothness of a woman's face is also fun. I don't know, but like it doesn't like doesn't get my engine going. In that sort of sense, like guys with beards don't do anything, and girls with smooth faces don't do anything. It's kind of always been more of like the emotional attraction. Like, I don't know. When I get to know someone, it's a little bit different. It's sort of like as I get to know someone and get to understand the things that they like, the things that they don't like, the jokes that they find funny, I mean their attitude, and their shyness or their not shyness. Okay, so maybe there's that. I do find bravery, I guess. I guess that's a fair way to note it. I don't know. Sort of like the ability to be forward, or I don't know, like not necessarily be too scared of stuff. That's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of. Well, I think that's fairly obvious what that is. um, that kind of does it for me. And it's never been in terms of like, be it a guy or girl, and like it just kind of works either way. But that's also not like a deal breaker. Like I've been attracted to people who don't have that sort of like forwardness, the lack of fearlessness, I guess is a better way to describe it. I'm not really too sure. I don't know. Kind of always been like this emotional bond that I need, and that kind of does it for me. Or did it for me, and in the past it was sort of like just that. Um like I don't know. But things have kind of changed a little bit in that sort of approach, which is kind of weird because it's kind of thrown me off in terms of in terms of like who or what I find attractive versus not attractive, and like how things will change. I don't know, and like I've kind of been exploring sexuality in general when it comes to like having started hormones and whatnot, and seeing what sort of does it and doesn't do it for me, and it's been a little bit weird because, well, there's been a lot of experimenting and exploring, which has been kind of fun on a personal level, or at least singular level, as there isn't anybody else, but to help with that. um but well, I guess it kind of goes better with actually showing something, because this is sort of the thing that kind of like made me go, huh, and well, made me go a little bit more than just hum. So this is this nah. Oh, ah. Oh no. Oh no. Oops. Okay. Let's try that again. So there we go. Pretty much. So that was that was the first picture my friend sent me in a series of pictures that she had taken at Anime Expo. And well, I got turned on. I'm not really sure how else to say it, but I was like, this was weird because I've never really felt that way in terms of like physicalness, and like maybe I've never really been put in that situation in those terms is probably, I guess, a better approach. I'm not really too sure how to say that. Because really, like, the only time I've been around muscular men has been, well, life drawing classes. And even then it was, I don't know, maybe a little bit different because I was there to draw and I wasn't there to ogle. So yeah, I don't know, that kind of like totally threw me off, and was, well, a little bit, a little bit shocking is probably the best way to put that, because I've never had that sort of feeling before in terms of like pictures and stuff. Like, unless I kind of associated a fantasy to go along with pictures, videos, or whatever, like pornography or softcore, hardcore porn, whatever. Like, I've kind of looked at both like things and whatnot. And it sort of always had to have like a story play out to work. But this time was different, and like a curious different, in that I kind of want to explore that route, which is sort of a really complicated situation because, well, I don't know. I don't know how to make that work. And like, the concept of putting myself out there to try and experiment with another person is really scary. Because, well, I don't know how they're gonna feel about me being trans. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to go about that. But it's definitely something I kind of want to experiment with, or explore a little bit and kind of have some fun with.